Hey guys, I am Shantanu Udasi back again with another video for Analytics India magazine recapping everything that has been happening in the world of artificial intelligence. I have compiled a few stories for you guys and let's just not waste any more time and jump right into our stories. Our first story is about you and how you can make your future choices better. Yes, if you are subscribed to Analytics India magazine, there are chances that you are an aspiring data scientist or you are already an analytics professional or a data scientist. So, AI and Data Science Salary Study 2021 by Analytics India magazine and AnalytixLabs has revealed a lot about this industry and how we have coped with the pandemic. So the annual analytics salary report presented by AIM and Analytics Labs is the only annual study that delves deep into salary trends of analytics professionals and provides a comprehensive view of the changing landscape of analytics salaries. So the data analytics function is experiencing a boom in the last few years, and despite the pandemic, the skills, capabilities and funding have increased exponentially. The startup industry witnessed 836.3 million investment, almost a 10% increase than the previous year. Also, more than 21% analytics teams across firms in India witnessed a growth in the last 12 months, and post-pandemic job market saw an upswing of data science jobs. So the development of the data science sector is apparent by the high amount of salaries that analytics professionals are gathering despite of the pandemic. So the median salary of analytics professionals in India in the year 2021 is 13.4 lakhs. It is a 6.9 decline of what it was in 2020, but it is still not as low as it was in 2019. So the proportion of analytics professionals remains the highest in the entry and the middle level. This might be a result of salary cuts in the pandemic resulting in this kind of a scenario. In spite of that, 41.5% of all analytics professionals fall under the high income level greater than 10 lakhs per annum. The percentage of analytics professionals with greater than 10 lakh salary was 45.6% in 2020, signifying there is a decrease in the percentage of professionals in this bracket. So the report is concluded with a conclusion that fresh graduates considering a career in IT and experienced IT or domain professionals considering a career shift should consider a career in the analytics domain and upskilling to an analytics capability respectively. Such professionals should also focus on companies or industries that have digitized more post-pandemic and create their own set of skills beyond Python. This will help them to develop area-specific skills that are more in demand. So you can download this complete report by going at analyticsindiamag.com. Link will be in the description. It is very informative and very interesting. But right now we will move to our next story. Our next story is that Google Maps is using artificial intelligence to specify the location even more, and it is also going to point people into the right directions. So Google has announced that it is on a track to bring over 100 AI powered improvements to Google Maps, and first of them being Live View. Live View is an augmented reality based software update in your Google Maps, and you can point your camera and it can point you in the right direction that you should head in order to reach your destination. So how this technology is going to work is it is going to scan tens of billions of street view images to help understand a person's orientation, as well as the precise altitude and placement of an object in the building, such as an airport or a mall. So this is the example of that Google View update, how you can point your camera and it is going to point you in the right directions with augmented reality features. So another interesting update in Google Maps is that when you will find your destination, it will show you the path that is going to emit the least carbon and will leave the least amount of carbon footprint while reaching your destination. Also, to compete with Amazon, Google said it is teaming up with US supermarket Fred Meyer to pilot in select stores in Portland, Oregon, a feature that has been designed to make contactless grocery pickup very easy, including notify commuters what time they will leave to pick up their groceries, share the arrival time with the stores, and allow customers to check in on the Google Maps app so that their grocery orders can be brought out in their car for their arrival. So let's move on to our next story. Our next story is that artificial intelligence is learning to categorize and talk about art. So while we are moving towards causal learning for artificial intelligence, in the meantime, we can also train it to feel emotions that humans feel after watching a particular piece of art. So first of all, artificial intelligence was fed a lot of art images and was tasked with categorizing them all. Given the nature of the art that there is not a lot of distinction between different art styles, the artificial intelligence was only able to categorize cubism, and the rest of the art pieces were all and the same for it. So another classification that this neural network had trouble with, that the humans won't find difficult at all, is differentiating between cityscapes and landscapes. So the problem was, a computer recognizes these images with similar elements of outside versus inside. It does not have a way of knowing that clouds and sky in these images are not key defining factors of these two categories. So researchers at Stanford University tried to take out an emotional response out of the artificial intelligence, and in order to do that, they fed a lot of answers given by humans about what they felt when they saw a particular piece of painting. So artificial intelligence was able to describe certain emotions linked with certain paintings spot on, but only 50% of the times. The rest of the times the results are hilarious. So for example, the artificial intelligence description of a painting called The Beheading of John the Baptist included, "The woman looks like she is having a good time, and the man in the middle looks like he is in pain." As humans, we will recognize these descriptions and shove them off as completely nonsense. So in a subjective matter like art, there are varying opinions about people, and therefore it is very difficult for artificial intelligence to find a set pattern in it. Broad Institute launches 150 million Schmidt Center for research in machine learning and biology. We have seen in recent years that if we combine machine learning with biology, the results are very beneficial for the humankind at large. After seeing that there is a huge potential and untapped territory in machine learning and combining it with biology, this center is further going to facilitate it. So it is funded by Google CEO Eric Schmidt and his wife Wendy Schmidt. The Schmidt Center will bring together academic and industrial professionals from around the world to conduct interdisciplinary research in data science and biology. It has a lot of industry connections and potential to bring massive industries together and massive companies from these industries together to create something very beneficial for humans. So the Schmidt Center will collaborate with big companies like AstraZeneca, Mayo Clinic, Google Research and Microsoft, among numerous others. Establishing connections between the new center and industry is the integral part and one of the goals of this center. Moving on to the last story of our day. Our last story is that University of Hyderabad launches an online diploma course in machine learning and artificial intelligence. Courses like this are need of the hour because people need to acquire knowledge and skills while sitting at their home, and this online diploma course in machine learning and artificial intelligence is going to do just that. So it is a collaboration between the University of Hyderabad and AAIC Technology to offer this online diploma course in artificial intelligence and machine learning. So the major takeaway from this orientation was that the government is intensively looking to deploy and integrate artificial intelligence in various sectors like agriculture, healthcare, smart city innovations, mobility, education, manufacturing and infrastructure, and we are seeing the results of this planning in a lot of different sectors. So that's about it. Those were all the news stories that I have for you today. I am Shantanu Udasi signing off. I highly recommend you read all these stories in their entirety. Links for them will be in the description down below. And while you are at it, please click on that subscribe button and ring that notification bell, because we give you videos every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday at 4 p.m. So never miss any other updates from Analytics India magazine.